A shocking declaration has just been issued by the city of Dubai. The first super skyscraper, which will be a majestic column of opulent residences and contain the tallest residential units in the world, is what they plan to construct. Will the Burj Bing Hadi actually be built, or is this just another publicity stunt for Dubai? The Burj Bing Hadi, the first hyper tower in the world, is featured in this video from Pro Luxury. Keep your fingers off that dial and don't expect anything less than luxury from this skyscraper. As we begin, subscribe and enable the notification bell. Beginning in November 2022, the first sketches for the opulent Burj Bing Hadi were on display, the very first hyper tower to ever be built, as the name suggests. The shiny new term evoked visions of exclusivity, which is precisely the theme of this project. Two businesses that excel in the production of luxury items have backed it. Bing Hadi is the first, a high-end real estate development firm based in the United Arab Emirates. The second is Jacob & Company, a high-end jewelry company that specializes in creating some of the most lavish items with price tags that over $1 million each. Their intricate designs give their wristwatches a high degree of respect. Many famous people, including Elton John, 50 Cent, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Mariah Carey, are devoted fans of these timepieces. The Burj Bing Hadi is viewed by Jacob & Company as the residential equivalent of their exquisite watches, an opulent building that is out of the price range of the middle class, and only the wealthiest members of society can afford to live there. And how much will renting an apartment here cost? The most upscale neighborhood in all of Dubai, Business Bay, will be home to the tower. It will give easy access to the Burj Khalifa, which is close by, as well as the largest animal refuge in the city. The asking rates for the penthouse apartments at the very top of the tower would be even higher, possibly topping $200 million for each unit. Residents of the skyscraper will also have access to a number of VIP extras, including private chefs, luxury cars, chauffeurs, and even personal security guards. Each of the flats will be created by Jacob & Co., using the same design concepts that set their clocks apart from those of their rivals. It's possible that the penthouse apartments are called after their most expensive watches. With features like an infinity pool, a gym, and everything else that money can buy, these penthouses will be the height of luxury. Even more will be added when the tower is crowned with a crown made of sparkling gemstones that will reflect light into the desert below. The crown and the opulent apartments beneath it will be designed by Jacob & Company. They want the Burj Bing Hadi to be so opulent that it shatters numerous records, since this will establish their reputation even in the luxury industry. They intended to be the tallest residential building in the world, first and foremost. The condominiums at the very top of the building will be the tallest homes in the world if all goes as planned. They may also be the priciest apartments in the entire world, but one can't help but wonder if these individual units will actually be bought given the current situation. With its roughly 500 meters in height, the Central Park Tower, one of the 8 skyscrapers in New York City's fabled Billionaires Row, now holds the title of tallest residential building in the entire world. It surpasses the Empire State Building in height, and is now only the second tallest structure in the country after the One World Trade Center. The Central Park Tower's construction project, which cost more than $3 billion, was finished in 2021. The building's average apartment cost a staggering $22 million, making it even more pricey than the opulent forthcoming Burj Bing Hadi residences. The penthouse, which was listed for sale in 2022 with a $250 million starting price, is currently the highest residential building in the world. But no offers have come in, and selling these houses hasn't exactly been a piece of cake. The units from the Burj Bing Hadi may potentially be affected by this. As a result, Jacob & Company are charging lower prices. Over half of the opulent apartments in the 8 Billionaires Row towers were vacant, and the buildings had trouble making a profit. Millionaires and billionaires might not be interested in residing in high-rise structures. It's feasible that they would opt to purchase separate homes with their own yards and gardens, since this issue isn't unique to New York City. Several residential buildings have been built in Dubai in recent years, the largest of which, Marina 101, has not yet been finished since 2017. Because Sheffield Holdings, the original developer, was unable to sell enough units to cover its costs, it went out of business. The Burj Bing Hadi's grandiose design may provide similar difficulties, as evidenced by the fact that it took many years before the first premium apartment in Central Park Tower could be sold. But why are Jacob & Company so eager to engage in a venture with such a high level of risk? There is a great likelihood that they are even taking pleasure in this. It's likely that the proposed tower is just a sophisticated marketing ploy designed to spark attention rather than an honest attempt on the part of anyone. Or they discovered that the element of risk heightens the allure. Because Jacob & Company has always been willing to think outside the box, it attracts older clients. This is mirrored in the organization's motto, which was motivated by the impossible. No one would want to buy these timepieces if they were made in a dull and conventional way. However, the risky and original nature of the ideas they developed is probably what contributed to their success. The Berg Benghati Tower would lose its magnificent attractiveness if it were straightforward to construct, and it wouldn't be able to entice residents or investors in the same way. But because of the challenges, it is more attractive and striking, more in keeping with the aesthetic of Jacob & Company. In the end, marketing and branding are everything. Even the term Hyper Tower itself is used in this particular promotional strategy. It might just be a time waster. However, it seems that the term Hyper Skyscraper has attracted a lot of interest and deep pockets. In addition, interest in this new phrase is growing. The grandiose Berg Benghati may or may not be built, but only time will be able to tell. The most one can do is guess how well its upscale flats will sell. We'll simply have to wait and see, but it stands to reason that anyone who can afford a Rolex will probably be able to afford a luxury home from Jacob & Company. It's possible that well-known individuals like Cristiano Ronaldo and Jake Paul will be among the first to submit their applications for the chance to dwell in the sky. This concludes the video. What do you think about the Berg Benghati? And would you be interested in investing $2 million there?